How have you liked Big Ten travel compared to Pac-12 travel? Has it
Uh,
been a bit different?
it's been a big difference. Time zone change, and sometimes having to shoot around at like 6 a.m. our time. It's crazy, but it's all in a day's work. So you got to get it done, I guess. But I mean, the travel versus the Pac-12, I feel like Pac-12 travel was a lot easier. It was right there, pretty much. Big Ten, you got to travel from coast to coast, basically. So yeah.
What about Pac-12? It was basically Thursday, Saturday. Did you like that better than now? It's like every day of the week.
I kind of like the every day of the week. I don't know. That's just me because I just feel like you might catch somebody any day. Like on a Monday, some people don't want to play on Mondays and stuff. But I mean, I like every day of the week.
You guys have won 9 out of 11. Do you feel like you're playing your best basketball as a team, or do you feel like there's even maybe another level you can take it to?
I mean, I feel like it's even more a level we could take. We still have a little lapses that Coach harps on us about. But other than that, if we're doing that and we're still winning, I can just imagine when we are all on one accord, and it'll be so much better, so much more fun.
What are you guys working on right now that is kind of a point of emphasis?
Right now, we're just focusing on our next game, trying to see what they do best and try to take that away from them.
Purdue's lost 4 in a row. They're going to be very hungry to get a win.
Well,
Do you have to kind of match that intensity going into, and think about that going into a game like this, or do you just, it doesn't matter, we'll just play our game?
You do have to match this. You can't just go in there lackadaisical because we're playing at Purdue. It's a big stage for a lot of people, and I just feel like going in there, we got to go in expecting a fight, expecting a battle, and just trying to be victorious through that.
I wanted to ask about that first half in Ohio State. You were kind of carrying the offense there. How do you kind of put some of your team struggles aside and focus on getting your own in those moments?
I mean, it's just whatever's needed. If I can go see I can get a basket, I will. But if I can create for others, I will as well.
When the ball falls into your hand, you're 25, 30 feet from the basket with a couple of seconds left in the shot clock. What's going through your mind?
I mean, try to get up a good shot, a shot that we are able to also rebound, or a shot that gives us a chance to go in.
How do you think teams have now been defending you? Going back to that Minnesota game, obviously, they drew the charge on you at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed teams have been trying to do that, knowing that you like to get to the basket, you like to try to get to the line and that sort of thing?
Yeah, for sure. And I went over that with my coaches, my film and stuff, and things that I could do differently as well. So, I mean, other than that, though, I feel like me watching film and me working on things that I'll probably know how to change that and, more learn new tricks of the trade.
You guys got 3 guys redshirting this year. Have any of them really impressed you with their improvement over the course of the year in practice, what you've seen from them?
Yeah, I say all of them. I mean, all of them out there compete, from Brandon, Devin, Free. Like those guys, they're always out there to help us, and they know that their goal is to help us to prepare to win games. And I like how they come out here and they take no prisoners. They trying to kill us, or if they're on the opposite team of us. But we all got the same goal of winning.
Does Freeney guard you a lot, sometimes in practice at all, or do you not really go up against him much?
I go up against the majority of them, like Free and Brandon, a lot.
Okay.
They're the bigger, stronger guards, so they try to match me up with those guys a lot.
Coach Cronin said in the Ohio State game, one of the things you guys had to overcome was just the way the game was being called. It was kind of pretty physical at the rim, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take you as a player to figure out how a game is being called?
I mean, usually when I get in there, go up and down a little bit, you see like in the first few minutes, if it's a call in the first few minutes, or if it's not, then you'll be like, okay, it's a physical game. And if it's not, then, you got to play strategically and smart.
It seems like you're playing a lot back to the basket. Sometimes you're posting up like right when you get the ball on the 3-point line. Why do you feel comfortable in those situations?
I just know I have a lot of options when I do that. So it just, Coach trusts me doing it. So, I mean, he trusts my mindset and my ability to score or create for others.
Everyone kind of says you have a distinct play style. How would you describe your play style, and how do you think it kind of sets you apart?
My play style is really, I feel like I'm a scorer, but also I'm starting to learn more ways to create for others and not just worry about, getting baskets. Because growing up, that's what I did best at. But now at this level, you got to always add more keys to victory, and add more things in the win column.
You've been obviously part of the Big Ten before, but now with the 4 new teams, is travel a lot different now?
Yeah, for sure. The flights are definitely longer. But the trips are fun, hanging out with the guys and everything. So it's been cool.
You like playing, pretty much any day of the week?
Yes. Yeah.
I was used to, I know you weren't in the Pac-12, but it was Thursday, Saturday. But you don't mind kind of floating around doing different days.
Yeah. I just love playing basketball. So
Okay.
any day.
One of the things you do the best that doesn't get enough credit, I think, is offensive rebound. Rebound on both ends, but particularly offense and traffic. How do you develop the ability to do that?
One thing Coach Cronin always says is like, if you want to do something, you gotta actually want to do it. And so, he also taught us this analytic, like where the ball bounces most of the time. And so I just try to keep that in mind, and I try to find those spots from wherever the ball is shot from. But
So you're kind of doing a calculation when the ball's in the air
a little
almost?
bit, yes,
Wow.
sir.
I talked to your high school coach earlier this year, and he said you're one of the biggest film room junkies. Have you been able to do that here at UCLA? Get a lot of individual film room time too?
Oh yeah, for sure. Coach Nate and Coach BT, they watch film with me. Like almost after every game, before game started, we was watching all types of practice film, and then I'll be watching like Chris Paul, Steve Nash, and players like that on Synergy.
Why do you think film is so important to your game?
It just really opens up new perspectives. Like you can go back and you can see what mistakes you made or what you could have done better, and then just apply it to next game.
You guys have won 9 out of 11, but do you feel like maybe there's even another level you guys can go to?
Oh yeah, for sure. Honestly, we should be 11-11. I think we let a few games get away, but I think we're definitely making some serious strides come tournament time.
What are the areas you guys need to improve on between now and tournament?
I think rebounding consistently is probably the biggest one. That's been the one that's killed us the most. And then just communication on defense. I think if we lock in on those two things, it's going to be a really hard team to beat.
Looking ahead to this Purdue team, obviously they've lost 4 in a row. How much more dangerous does that make a team like this, knowing what they were, just about a week ago?
Nah, it definitely makes them more dangerous because we were in that situation beginning of January, and then we ran off. I believe it was 7 in a row. So we can't look at it like, oh, they're losing, they might be down, they might be having some troubles or whatever. We got to take it as they're even more motivated to win now. So yeah.
You guys got over the hump with that Indiana win, road win in conference, outside the time zone, all that stuff. What were the biggest takeaways from that game that you guys plan to take into this road trip?
Really just like Coach was saying, survive in advance. Like all you got to do is come out with the win. So it's not about winning by double digits. It's not about winning by whatever. Like as long as you come out with the win, that's all. And when you got in the weight crowd cheering against you, that's when you really got to stay focused, stay locked in on defense, and do all the little things to get the win.
And you talked about film. We usually think about opponent film, but how much have you gained from practice film? Like, can you think of something that you've picked up on about yourself over the course of the year?
Yeah, I think that's been the biggest reason why my turnovers have went down. Just watching the mistakes that I used to make, and then just not doing that again and being more careful.
Has Coach talked to you about how, grinding out wins like you guys did against Ohio State, how can that help you, for the NCAA tournament and the Big Ten tournament?
Yeah, I mean, that's what all tournament play is about, is just grinding out wins. It's rarely going to come down to the X and the O's. It's really going to come down to who's the grittiest team, who wants it more, who's going to box out and do all the little things more.
And when you have a week like this past one where you're in close games against 2 lower teams, what does that teach you at the Big Ten?
I mean, it should. They may be lower teams record-wise, but those are 2 still really good teams. Ohio State I think they beat Purdue as well.
Kentucky.
Yeah, they beat Kentucky. Minnesota beat Michigan. They beat Oregon. So the Big Ten is full of good teams. So records aren't always what they show in the Big Ten for sure.
You've been playing with Eric Daly Jr. for a long time now, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did you guys first start playing together? And did you guys ever think that you guys would end up at UCLA together?
Yeah, this is actually the first time we played together in a organized basketball setting. We played together at Team USA camp. That was our first time, and then besides that, it was just whenever I was in Florida, we'd be hooping together and stuff.
How do you think your like connection with him and like the rest of the team impacts your guys' performance on the court?
Nah, I think me and Ide, I think me and him have like the most assists like for each other in transition. He's always finding me for 3-pointers. I'm always trying to find him in transition. So just having that connection definitely helps.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you, Skyy.
Appreciate y'all.